quite like mist. I've got my drone with me. I was going to take my drone up, but it's still quite damp, as you can probably see. It's like misty kind of rain. But I think it's supposed to blow over. I don't think we've got any rain today. Very misty. Obviously don't want to blow my drone up. Anyway, it's quite cold out here. Got my vape. It's like misty rain. Oh. The lace keeps coming undone. Oh. I'm going to swap these laces over, I think, because they keep coming undone, which is really annoying. That's your drone bag. Not too sure whether it's just my laces or what, but anyway, very misty. In fact, you couldn't see anything out here this morning. It was crazy out here. Going to spin a few records this morning. I can smell the crispy bacon over there. I used to work I used to be the chef and the baker in a little shop over there. Yeah, there's a public footpath. It was right up here, right up there. Yeah, it certainly is misty. Yeah. Hello there, Kev. How you doing? So I just looked in the chat room there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut across that path. Now I'm trespassing. Everyone likes to trespass. Anyway, going down this little alley. Agricultural College and Horticultural. Going for a nice cup of tea, I think, because I've got my drone in the bag, but as you can see, it's a little bit damp at the moment. Obviously, if I take off, go up there, it's going to be quite damp up there. But at the minute, go back and have a cup of tea, play a few records. Where am I going? I'm just going back home now. I've just come out I was going to fly my drone. I've got my drone in the bag. But to be honest, it's a little bit too misty out here for the drone at the minute. But it is clearing. About 4 o'clock, you couldn't really see anything. We'll check on the river, shall we? See how high it is. still above its normal thing we do that. Traffic. Made in China. Hello there. What's made in China? See how accurate that is. And again, there's another measuring station up there. And that is the River Bourne. Yeah, cup of tea, I think. Get back the quickest way we can. I thought it'll blow over by now, but checked on the tent again this morning. Still there. Undiscovered. Madness. We'll be playing some Madness today. One Step Beyond. Played that the other night, I think. But we can play it again. Cut up through here. Got a lot of phone calls to make today. Been looking at new drones. Obviously, this was my first drone. See if I was any good at it and whatnot. So, indeed, they are a London band. But now I'm getting into the drones. I've been looking at the DJI drones. Looking at one that's about 700 quid, to be honest with you. Obviously, I'll be making a big jump up because the next drone I'll get will have avoidance control and all sorts of things. Ghost Town, Funboy 3. I've got the Funboy 3 actually on limited edition green vinyl. Yeah, going to be flying over that at some point. The old brewery. Probably get some people coming out saying, get out of the airspace, we own it. Then I'll have to educate them on who owns the airspace. Because no doubt when I get flying over that, people are going to come out. But the thing is, people can come out all they want. Obviously I'm flying within the CAA regulations. Nothing they can do. I'll have to squint at me. What's that? Manilow? Barry Manilow. Who remembers him? Mosley. Cherry Red Records. I think I've been in there. Been in quite a few record shops in my time. It's quite cold out here. Didn't actually get down to freezing. It was like hovering around 1 Celsius. But then we had all this thick sort of misty stuff come down. It's not so bad as you come more into the village, but oh, right. Yeah, most of them are shut down, their physical shops, sadly, due to the ridiculous rates and prices that this country charges. So a lot of them, a lot of your little independent shops, have died out, and a lot of them have just gone online. It's only your big HMV, do you know what I mean? Your big ones with all the money behind them. Saying that, vinyl's back, do you know what I mean? Well, vinyl never went away, and for the third year running, vinyl in the UK has outsold CDs again. Morning. In fact, I might walk back through that way. Indecisive about what way I'm going back. My lace is coming undone again. It's constantly coming undone. Right. Spin that round. Hate the chart music. Oh, that's all crap now. The last time the chart music was any good was probably the 80s. Proper bands, you know what I mean? UB40, all the good bands, all these like little teeny bopper bands now. I don't think they'd be around. I mean, people won't be talking about them in 30 or 40 years' time, I don't think, but who knows? They might do. School kids, lucky. Cold hands. They're still quite misty. Dundee. Yeah, there's still a lot of them old record shops are still there, but just not in your high street. Priced out of it. But yeah, believe it or not, this is going to sound like a crazy statistic, but 50% of vinyl buyers haven't even got a record player. Not that I'm knocking them, but I suppose more the better for them, because they can't, obviously it'd be worth more money unopened, but personally, I got my techniques and I've always played my records. First thing I do when I get home is rip them open and bang them on. But obviously, you've probably seen I've got quite a few coloured vinyl ones. So what I do, when say Madness are bringing out a new album, I'll look for the coloured version, which is like a limited edition, because they're going to hold their value. Then again, anything on two-tone records is holding its value. There we go, up on my road. My 55th year here. 55 years in the same place, house. I'm still here. Things can change though. Oh yeah, I'm currently looking at on Facebook. I'm currently looking at an album, The Liberty of Norton Folgate by Madness, and it's an original copy, unopened. They want 130 for that. I've offered 100, but she turned me down. But I'm tempted to give them what they want. But I'll instantly devalue in it by opening it, because it's quite rare to find it. I'll do that anyway. It'll still be worth a lot of money. Oh yeah, some of these vinyl sellers just don't know what they're up to. Then again, you'll find other ones that don't know what they've got, and they're just underselling them. Anyway. There is a little trick though to eBay to buying records, which I've won quite a few bids and that on, and auctions. There's a knack to that. Wow, I turned my heating off ages ago. And you, have a good one. Have a good day at work. Oh, I'll lose this hat. Get out of all this gear. You've got me drone. In the bag. Never got that out of the bag. I got there a torch. Back's down the floor. What's in this pocket? My USB hand warmers. I tell you what, these are brilliant. USB hand warmers. You'd think that you'd turn them on and they'd go flat straight away, but they don't. Yeah. Cup of coffee, I think. Thank you. Won a £10 shopping voucher. Because I've got like ADHD and ASD, I got sent a survey from the NHS, so I filled that in, and I got a £10 shopping voucher, and they said, would you do another interview, like on the phone, for a £40 shopping voucher? I thought, yeah, because all I'm doing is talking about my experiences as an ADHD patient, an ASD patient on the National Health, and it doesn't look very good for them, what the answers I've given, but I've just told the truth. I ain't going to sugarcoat it, do you know what I mean? I'll just tell it as it is, as people will know. But it's hot in here, hang on a minute. I'm just going to lose my jumper. £50 for answering questions. Can't be bad. Like, we'll have to shop vouchers so you can cash them up anywhere. I thought it was a scam to start with, but it's not. Yeah, very misty. Pardon me. Don't know if I write a list with ADHD. You end up writing lists to do. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I write lists, endless lists, which I don't stick to. Some milk. Where's some milk? Some up here. Me Weetabix earlier. Coffee time. It's quite warm here. Yeah, looking at new drone. There was one drone. What was it? I'm sure it's a mistake on Amazon. 12.5 grand for a drone. I thought, who's reviewed that then? I had a look, nobody's reviewed it. I thought, yeah, nobody's probably bought it. 12.5 grand for a drone. You could probably buy a little helicopter, a real helicopter for that. Albeit a crap one. Right. Where's my sugar? Got me beet mug. Couple of sugars. This might probably send me hypo, the coffee. It sends me to sleep. With ADHD, if you have coffee or a stimulant drink, it has a reverse effect. That one. I see that there's a girl gone missing as well in Tunbridge Wells. The reason I mention that is I've helped a couple of girls that have gone missing from my area. I've helped with the searching before, because obviously know it better than the searchers. Yeah, I see another girl's gone missing. Been missing since last night. That's Tunbridge Wells. You have the KSR teams, which Kent Search and Rescue. Yeah. I can pick them up on my radio as well. Do we put the music on? No, not now. Wait till a little while and then we'll whack some music on. I've got loads of people to call, but problem is with social services, they just never answer the phone, man. I keep saying, why have you even got a bloody phone? Nobody answers it. Slowly getting more light now in the evenings. We're still in winter. I think there's supposed to be a lot of snow coming in at some point. See, my football team won last night, 6-0. How about that? Saying that, I think Arsenal's still top of the Champions League. I think we're in third. No one likes Arsenal. Saying I don't like any of them London teams. Probably because I grew up with all them kind of supporters. But obviously, having a Scouse mum, I certainly wasn't going to be one of them supporters of any of them teams. What's the time? 7:52, another hour before the offices open. I'll start ringing and leaving voicemails because nobody picks up the phone. Yeah, I don't know where that girl's got to. She went missing at 9:30 last night. There's been a few murders and rapes and that in Tunbridge Wells. Let's hope she comes home, or well, she hasn't been found of yet, but let's hope she's okay. Tunbridge Wells, I know it quite well, but there's going to be people from Tunbridge Wells who know that area better than me. Obviously, if it's in my village, like there was 2 searches before, I got involved in them. Not that I found them, but I was looking in places where nobody's going to look, do you know what I mean? In fact, I think I know all around here that well, because I've been here all my life. I think I could quite easily disappear into the countryside and no one would find me. Not that I'm playing to, but you never know. You never know when you got a bug. Well, they call it bugging out, don't they? All them preppers out there. Crazy. 5,000 tins of baked beans and that all ready for the war, World War III. I watched a couple of them prepping videos. I'm all good because my granddad taught my dad how to hunt rabbits and things like that, and my dad taught me how to do that. But them skills are kind of probably going to be lost at some point because people just don't do the same things, do they, anymore? Anyway, I'll be back with some music in about an hour. What are you doing? Have a